Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do a premiere draft of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. First one on the channel. It's also day one of this set. Actually, the first few drafts might be all done on day one. Anyways, let's start by going over the archetypes. There's a blue-white, which is basically an artifact. Can be kind of a control-y deck, but a lot of artifact synergies, craft synergies. Blue-black is kind of a descend deck. Actually, a lot of the black themes involve descend. So that's just getting permanents in your graveyard, or getting a permanent in your graveyard during your turn so you can trigger certain other effects. There's like 3 different forms of descend in this. It's a little confusing. Same with black-red. And then green-red, we have dinosaurs. The 4 tribes of Ixalan are back. The dinosaurs, pirates, vampires, and merfolk. But they're not as prominent as the original Ixalan set. This one has a lot of non-tribal synergy stuff. Even the tribes that we do have, there's very little tribal synergies from what I've been seeing. At least as far as commons and uncommons go. But yeah, green-red dinosaurs. A green-white is kind of, well, the signpost uncommon for it is about making your creatures have more power than their base power. Basically using combat tricks and stuff. Black-white, that's your vampire colors in Ixalan. And that's going to involve more of like a sacrifice theme. So, interested to try that one out at some point. And then blue-red is pirates. Before Grixis was the pirate colors. I think there are still a couple of pirates in the that are black, but I think most of them have moved over to blue and red, and it's also about artifacts as much as it is pirates. Green-black, there's another descend thing. Oh, and I guess this is where the fungus tribal is taking root. Red-white, Boros colors. That's going to be artifact aggro. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. And green-blue is the merfolk colors. They like to do the exploring and have some synergies with that as well. There's also a few hidden archetypes, we'll say. One of them I'll say is like weenie flyers. There's a lot of 1 to 2 mana just cheap flying creatures, especially in blue and red. I think they're all in blue and red. I could see that being a good deck. I could also see a black-green sort of reanimation theme, specifically black-green for a synergy with a forest cycling dinosaur that's a 7 mana card, and when it ETBs you also get a 3/3. And then there's several cards that reanimate in black at uncommon. So I could see you like discarding that and bringing that back. And then there's a cave theme, which doesn't look good. Let's get into the drafting, shall we? The cave theme, it just seems like you have to get a lot of these cave lands, which are all not good to begin with. And then you have these cave payoff cards at uncommon. There's like 1 for every color. And they want you to be playing a bunch of caves. But even if you're get the cave payoffs, it's still, I don't know, it just feels like it's still not going to be super worth it. And I hardly foresee the cave deck coming together. Everyone seems to be down on the cave deck. Kind of like we're down on this 8th player that's not clicking the ready button. Like, you join the draft, you want to draft, let's draft. Anywho. What am I most excited to try? Probably blue-white artifact synergy. We're going to have to rebuild this table. It's day 1 of the draft, and someone just doesn't want to draft, but signed up for the draft. I don't know. Alright, let's try again. Still waiting on that 8th person. It better not be the same person. Okay, there we go. What is this thing? Poetic Ingenuity. Whenever one or more dinosaurs you control attacks, create that many treasure tokens. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 3/1 red dinosaur token. This ability only triggers once each turn. That seems really strong. We're going to take it. We're going to apply a lot of our normal drafting rules. Pick the strong cards, look for the best cards in the pack the first few picks, then look for a lane, and then just, stick with it. Draft removal highly. Helping Hand, I think this card is interesting, but it is worth noting that the creature comes back tapped. This is one of the cave cards, the Gargantuan Leeches. I'm not too interested in that. Not super interested in the Hoverstone Pilgrim, but who knows, maybe someone will wreck me with it. Here's a card I like too, the Inverted Iceberg. That can craft into a 6/6. Early game, you mill a card, draw a card, yeah. I didn't get to talk about the Torchy thing. Oh well. During Discovery, I don't think so. Sunshot Militia could be good. We're Poetic Ingenuity, so in theory we want to play a dinosaur deck. This helps us play a dinosaur deck, sort of. Grasping Shadows. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, gains Death Touch and Lifelink. Put a Dread counter, then if there are 3 or more Dread counters on it, transform it. There's also Chupacabra Echo, which I think is the strongest card in the pack. It's kind of a callback to Ravenous Chupacabra, though it requires you to have... Yeah, this is Fathomless Descent. It requires you to have permanents in your graveyard for it to give a creature -X/-X. Kind of a close pick between this and the Druid here, but we don't know if we're going to be dinosaurs. The Sunshot Militia also seems pretty decent, but we'll take the Echo. Oh, here's a card that cares about pirates. Pirates and artifacts. So there's that. Out of Air, cost 2 less if you're countering a creature spell. Oh, this thing explores too. I think that's a pretty decent blue common. Oh, here's an Armored Kincaller. You reveal a dinosaur from your hand. If you do, or if you control another dinosaur, gain 3 life. I feel like that could be the best card in the... Well, I think the Crewmate is a little bit better. But I'm going to take the dinosaur because that goes better with our Poetic Ingenuity. And we'll just see how that plays out. Here's the 7-mana dinosaur I was referring to earlier, which might actually be the... Oh, there's a reanimation thing, too. Turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Finality just means once it dies or leaves the battlefield again, it's exiled. I think this card is going to be really good, too, the Fanatical Offering. When this enters the battlefield, if there are 4 or more permanent cards, you can return target permanent from your graveyard to your hand. I don't think we want that thing. I'm going to take the... I could just take this... I'm going to take the Viper, actually. Because we should be able to find those 7 drops a bit later. Market Gnome. When it dies, gain 1 life and draw a card. That seems good, too. Self-Reflection. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. And it has flash... It's weird, because this is like the only card with flashback in the set. So we could take the Self-Reflection or the Market Gnome, I think, is going to be the pick here. This Scythe is not bad either. Actually, oh, this crafts with dinosaurs. Let's do that and keep trying to do something with dinosaurs. Brazen Blade Master. Oh, that's not the one that creates a treasure token when it enters new. Got the Runaway Boulder here. Which this card seems interesting. I guess maybe I should be picking blue cards because I think the best card in the pack is the Spyglass Siren. This is what I was talking about. Cheap flyers. When it enters, you get a map token, which helps you explore as well. Alright, it is time to... Earthshaker Dreadmaw is here. Draw a card for each other dinosaur you control. Well, since that was kind of the original thing we wanted to do, I think this could be a signal. So on that, we have some other decent stuff here. Like, I don't know about this one, but I don't hate these card draw effects. Yeah, I'm going to take the dinosaur. Oh, here's a dinosaur. Enters the battlefield, scry 2. And we're kind of taking big dinosaurs. We've got a lot of blue here. Lodestone Needle seems good too, as does the Scout. But man, I gotta take that Earthshaker Dreadmaw as a sort of signal, don't I? And we have no red or green in this. This was our original pack back. That's the only thing we don't have right now is white. I'll take the inverted iceberg. Pirate hat. Is this hat even good? You can loot. I'm going to take the acrobatic leap in case we do end up in white-blue. Oh, look at this. I feel like we should be in blue. We have an Explorer card. We have the Cogwork Wrestler. I'm going to take the Explorer card. A Siren. We have the Raccoon. I think this Siren's pretty good. It is a pirate. I do think blue is... Ah, here's another weenie flyer. Self-reflection. But then this thing is also... Return an artifact from your graveyard to... I think that's... Oh, wait. Self-reflection wield? And weenie flyer. And when it dies, one of your creatures can explore. And we get the Ancestral Remembrance. Okay. And we get Kite Sail Larcenist Flying Ward. When it enters the battlefield, for each player, choose up to one other target artifact or creature. As long as it's on the battlefield, the chosen permanent becomes a treasure. Oh, so I can turn one of my opponent's things into a treasure as long as I have that. Well, it seems like we're already fairly deep into blue at this point. Discover, it lets you discover again. We didn't even get that one big green dinosaur back. I think because... There's like nothing else here I want. Alright, well we're definitely playing blue something. Oh, green, red. And that becomes a dinosaur. Could we potentially still be like blue-green splashing red? Craft with Island. I feel like we could be blue-green splashing red here. SETBs draw a card. Either that or... Ooh. Or I go blue-white with this Explorer theme. Because this card seems good too. Let's try the fun dinosaur thing. We're going to cut black. What is this thing? Tishana's Tidebinder. Flash. 3 mana, 3/2. Enters the battlefield, counter up to one target activated or triggered ability. If an artifact, creature, or permanent or planeswalker abilities counter this way, that permanent loses all abilities for as long as Tishana's bot. Okay. That's a fine card. We're in blue. Spelunking. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. If you put a cave this way, That doesn't seem good. Yeah, we'll just take the blue rare. No, we can just take the black rare too. What does this do? Skeletons you control at +1/+0 in haste. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 skeleton creature. At the beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return corpses of the lost to its owner's hand. This seems good. But I think it's time to start maybe trying to get this blue-green Poetic Justice thing. Oh, hey, here's removal. But there's also a Compass Gnome that can help us fix our mana. Tinker's Toad is also good. I'm gonna take the removal. I want removal. And I think we're kind of committed to this teamer idea now. Yeah, here's the... Oh, what's this thing do? Whenever a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, it deals 4 damage to them. That's just a 3 mana 4/3. That seems good. Poetic Glyph also seems good. Is it gold? Oh, we have an Abrade here too. I want like 4 of these cards. This rare, I don't think this is good. I'm gonna take the Abrade though. I'm gonna take the Abrade. Okay, we have a dinosaur here, and it's an artifact. Atali's Favor, another Self-Reflection. Cave Dweller. I don't think we need Cave Dweller. So I think here we want to be getting dinosaurs. The Favor seems fine, but I'm going to take the dinosaur. Oh, what does this thing do? Beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, it gets +1/+1 counter. Okay, I'm not interested. Ah, this card seems good too. You can tell it's day 1 of the format. Now here we have the nurturing thing again. This could help fix us for forests. I'd say maybe green is the splash, but we have these double green cards. But I guess that's going to be the pick here. I probably should have been blue-white instead of taking this Restless Ridgeline. But we also want to do fun things, right? Plundering Pirate makes a treasure token. I think that will help us with our splashing. Idol of the Deep King, I wouldn't mind. It's like a 3 mana shock. Over the edge. Okay, I'm going to take the Plundering Pirate. So I think we're going to be base red blue, splashing green, and maybe we can get some more treasure stuff that helps us. Oh, there's buried treasure. I don't know if that's what we want to be doing. 1 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. I guess I could take the Sentry. That should be fine. There's this Discover card. I don't think that's the pick. We're going to want more cheap stuff. I'm going to take the Sunshot Militia. I'm a little surprised this wheeled. I think that's one of the better red 2-drops. Another Shipwreck Sentry. At Crafts with a Cave. I don't think I care about anything else in this pack. This shouldn't be here. This is why I'm thinking we should have been blue-white. Oh. Okay. I will happily take this card. Poetic Glyph. I don't think we want another... I don't think I want that merfolk thing. Oh, we got an island. And we got a Queen's Bay Paladin. Enters the battlefield or attacks, return up to 1 vampire from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. That seems really good, and it seems like that's not what we're doing. What are we doing, though? Another one of those things. Oh, that's the Brazen Blaze Master. Sunfire Torch, maybe? Enters the battlefield, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters, craft with a creature. I don't think that's what we want to do. We already have some top end. Or there's the favorite. I'm going to take the torch. There was a good white flyer there. There's this bat thing. That's another cheap flyer here. I think we just take the Abrade. Dreadmaw's Ire, +2/+2 and trample, and when deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact that player controls. That seems good too. But I'm just going to take the Abrade because we know removal is going to be good. Still going to try and make this dinosaur splash thing work. That said, there's not a lot in this particular pack. There's clay-fired bricks or clay-fried bricks. Vigilance that explores. Oh, we do have another dino. I guess we take the dino. What's this thing do? Put 7 +1/+1 counters on a non-creature land you control. Oh, here's a dino. And we are splashing green. It explores. Counter target artifact or creature spell, discover X. We have a lot of big stuff already, but let's... We have a dino game plan here for the late game. Song of Stupefaction. We mill 2 cards and Fathomless Descent. Oh wait, Lodestone Needle. Oh, I like this card, I think. We're gonna take it. Relic's Roar. Target artifact or creature becomes a dinosaur with base power. Okay. I think we run this card. Because that also has synergy with our Poetic Ingenuity. Oh, we want to cast artifact spells, though, too. Oh, here's an artifact. Let's cast that. Over the River Herald Scout. Yeah, this will help facilitate our splash. Deals damage to target creature equal to 2 or the greatest power among dinosaurs you control. Well, that's fine, because at worst it's a shock for a creature. This was our opening pack here, where we didn't really see anything we cared about. Do I care about this thing? I don't think I care about this thing. Brawler. Whenever it attacks, another creature gains trample. Oh, another Relic's Roar. Or an Idol of the Deep. Let's take the Idol, because that actually is an artifact. Oh, that's a dinosaur. I guess I don't need dinosaurs to make this work. I just need to cast artifact spells. Reading the card helps. A creature has 2 tap target artifact or creature, and 8 tap, discover 10. That seems expensive. I'll take the artifact, or I'll take the card draw. Oh, we had a card draw already. Pirate Hat. Hurl. Let's go hurling. Probably not going to play that card. Yeah, there's still like some... This shouldn't be here. There are a lot of things that probably shouldn't be here. Another hurl. I don't know if we're playing 2 of those. Okay, so the Poetic Ingenuity really just wants us to be playing artifacts, not necessarily dinosaurs. So I guess we don't need these. And I'm not going to splash for that. And we're not going to splash for that. Okay, so we ended up being some sort of weird blue-red deck. Oh, this wants us to have dinosaurs, though. Okay, we do still want to have some dinosaur stuff. But we really want to have more artifacts than that. Poetic Glyph. That'd be good. As this being our only other dinosaur. I don't think that's very good without... Maybe we do need to just be Teamer dinosaurs. Rumbling Rocks. I think we do. But I don't know if we want that. Pathfinding Axejaw. Earthshaker Dreadmaw. We got this late in pack 1, and I kind of read that as a signal. Maybe we don't do this. But then we don't have like a... We don't have a very good top end then. If we aren't doing this. I should have just been blue-white. I guess I could do the Hurl into History. Equal to the mana value. Honestly, the Seed Stones wouldn't be awful. Pathfinding Axejaw. I'm not the biggest fan of splashing here, but maybe we can make this work. Can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. So if we run all the dinosaurs, what do we need to cut? Probably... I kind of want to keep all the artifacts. Can I... So here's all our artifacts and dinosaurs. Well, that cares about artifacts and dinosaurs. I think we cut the Relic's Roar. We're just trying to do too much here to facilitate that. I mean, this stuff all kind of cares about some of these things. The Glyph. I don't really hate the Glyph either. I'm going to cut one of the card draws. The Pirate could be good. This is a tough one. I know if I just cut all the other dinosaur stuff out, we basically have our deck. Why don't we do that? I can actually cut the compass gnome. I don't think we'll need that. And then we can actually put in a couple of other things. Why don't we put in more card draw? But I don't think we're going to want a token that's a copy of anything. I think we're going to want... Let's try out the Relic's Roar. And our curve is like topping out at 4. I could easily just cut another card and run. Yeah, we can run a Sunshot Militia. Okay, let's try it like this. I guess poetic ingenuity completely threw me off because I thought we just wanted to have dinosaurs with this. But no, we want to be casting artifact spells. Okay, let's try it. How bad could it possibly be? Our first opponent, YOLO Swag Gangsta. Okay. No, hey, we have Poetic Ingenuity and absolutely none of our artifacts, but we're going to keep this. Because I don't foresee a lot of removal for this thing, and we can just start spitting out 3/1 dinosaurs. We can only get 1 dinosaur each turn, and this thing will find us some Poetic Justice or something. Oh, we also have a new thing. Can I interact with... Oh, hey, I found an artifact. Can I interact with anything? Can I interact with the... I can interact with the mushrooms. Yeah, that's right. New background, and the first thing I want to do is interact with the mushrooms. You guys can't take me anywhere. Exile up to 4 target. I don't care. Let's hide our other color for the meanwhile. We can play our Sunshot Militia. Could also play the Spyglass Siren and make the map token, but this is when I cast an artifact. So this is the only one we have to cast right now. Alright, we're up against green-blue. Okay, so we found an island. That's good. And we're going to take a turn off and play this Poetic Ingenuity. Not going to attack, so now we're just going to cast artifact spells. I'll trade my militia with the 3/1 vigilance. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with anything as long as my Poetic Ingenuity gets to remain on the battlefield this entire game. What else can we interact with besides the mushrooms? I can splash in the water. Doesn't really do much. Just make some different sounds. Okay, there's these glowing things. Not as interactive as... Hello. I'll trade. Okay, so there's a few little interactions here. Just like the Wilds of Eldraine. Ooh, that's a good one. That gives you a another land. But I think we're going to get our... Yeah, we're going to play the Lattice, pitch a mountain, get a 3/1, because we just want to get a 3/1 every turn if we can. This can kill something, but I'm not interested in killing things right now. And let's make this explore. Sunfire Torch. Hey, look, an artifact for next turn. So we get another 3/1. I'll trade off these tokens all willy-nilly. Actually, I'll trade off all my stuff willy-nilly because this is just going to keep pumping out a token every turn as long as I have my way with it. Goes for an attack. We will block, because that's fine. Opponent has a third color, too. Opponent has nice-looking lands. I thought about getting these when they were available. We're going to use the space lands, if you hadn't noticed, for this set, I think. I kind of defaulted to that. And I like the space lands. I like the space lands and the full art. Don't you want to wait till I have a dinosaur in there so you can stop me from craft? Why'd you get another one of these? Oh, because you discovered 4 off of it. Okay. Never mind. I know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. I'm playing the torch. And I think I just want to play the... I just want to play this. We'll put you land. And we'll go attacking. Once again, we can trade. We have another artifact ready to go for next turn. We have an Abrade. We have a Chomp. Everything's just good. Sure. I don't want you doing the discover thing again. Oh, hey, you have the land we had. What are you like? You're like 4 colors over there. What? Oh, you get to do that anytime it dies. Whatever. I'll figure out how to... Okay, you're doing something weird over there. Well, I can actually play this, and I can kill this, so let's... Oh, this is going to craft into something big. Oh, I get it. Well, it's not going to be crafting into something big yet. And I have an artifact thing that can... Okay. Target a creature. Damage. Take 4 damage. Okay, yes. I have not completely forgotten how to play Magic. We need an artifact. Oh, I have an artifact to cast next turn. The Lodestone Needle. So I think we're good. When this dies, we can then craft with this. That won't be the same as cast, because this wants us to cast an artifact. This also gives creature +1/+0. And okay. You can kill it if you want. I'll just make more tokens. Although I'm probably not going to want to play the Lodestone Needle into him without a thing to kill, or a tap. It doesn't kill anything. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pay 2, probably kill either our flyer or our token. Alright. That is fine with me. And there's a Poison Dart Frog. We might just use the torch to deal with that. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we can play our Lodestone Needle. Oh, we can play this. I don't need to play that, do I? Well, I need to play an artifact. Sacrifice the torch, and I'm going to kill that. That is for sure going to happen. I guess then let's play the needle. Oh wait, I can flash this, so I can... When we cast an artifact spell, it triggers once each... So I can do that on my opponent's turn. And get a surprise 3/1 on our opponent's turn. I like it. Let's do it. Oh, I don't have mana to... Oh, I don't have mana to... Whatever, just attack. I think we're winning this game anyways. Oh, I do have mana. Oh, darn, that was making mana. That made a lot of mana. It's gonna it has menace. You can't block that. I could have equipped and sacked the torch. Okay. Yep, that works too. You get a map token. Good for you, opponent. And good for me, I still have the thing to kill this. Okay, Poetic Ingenuity is officially a bomb rare, and I'm glad I first picked it. I have a lot of stuff on the field. Most of it's not doing much, but we have a lot of it. What's our opponent doing? Are you crafting with your little kite thing? You can do that. I'll kill it. I have a Braid, I have Idol of the Deep King. How many different color cards do you have in here? 1, 2 color cards? So this will be a 2/2? Sure. Okay, you have a 2/2. That thing can have Death Touch. I'm a little more concerned about that. Well, now I just want to kill it. I can get another 3/1. This is silly. Because if I can kill the creature in response to like a map token, I can stop it from exploring. And I'm interested in doing that. I can always just kill this with the torch next turn, so it doesn't trade with one of my 3/1s. Kill that. I can also still play the Abrade. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, that's not absurd either. Let's do that, and let's make... let's make this thing into a 5/4. We'll equip this thing, it doesn't matter, we're gonna sack it. I suppose I could have made this into a 5. Everything is winning here. We'll do this. Take the action. 2 damage to that thing. And opponent is taking it super lethal. Hey, won the first game of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. With some poetic justice. Well, the deck works, so let's keep it as it is. It worked because Poetic Ingenuity just kept spitting out 3/1 dinosaur tokens, but that's all I needed it to do. Okay, so it seems like there's a lot of synergies in this set, which I think is really cool. And apparently a lot of decisions that you can make with these cards, because you have like a lot of different artifacts all over the board and all that. And clearly some things that I was missing, like I could have equipped the torch on the previous turn and killed his froggy thing. But I guess he didn't block with it, so it didn't matter. And now we're up against the Riddler. Oh, riddle me this. We have removal into I need an island badly. Do we keep this hand? It's so rough. We keep it. Oh, a torch. I have something to do this turn. I don't have something to equip. This is probably not a good hand without an island. I'm just hoping we get one. Oh, I can kill that. Do I need to? I mean, if he's black-green, he wants to... Okay, well, I have something to do. Well, we're not blocking that, so we may as well do this and just ping him. I basically got to attack with it. That's how I'm going to look at it. I have to exile a card from my hand. Sure. Let's get rid of this thing. Are you killing my militia? You're not killing my... It's a good card, but it just... I can't do anything with it yet. Equip the torch, sack the torch, kill that thing. I don't really want to use removal. Well, this is technically using removal. Oh, why don't we do it like this, then? We're not going to take that action. Even if I play the Poetic Ingenuity now, I don't have any artifacts in hand. Well, I'm gonna play it. Do I need... I don't need to kill that. Do I? No. Can I? Not efficiently. Let's just play this. And I could just... It's only a sorcery. Alright, whatever. We'll just pass with our 2-3 up. Oh, our opponent has a third color. And passes. We have the Larcenous, which I don't want to use on any of that. I would like to discover... Yeah, that unequips the torch. That's kind of amusing. The torch is now attacking you on its own. Please kill it so I can discover there. Okay, so our opponent just played a fourth land, a third color, and didn't do anything with any of that. Look at target opponent's hand. You may target a non-land card until that leaves the battlefield. Well, good thing I can make that leave the battlefield. Well... Okay, fine. Oh, hey, an island. I guess let's start with an attack. Opponent keeps chump blocking, which might be good because they're descending more. We need to keep artifacts. This is not... We can get rid of Relic's Roar. We can keep the Larcenist here. Oh, it has Ward 1 itself, but... yeah. Don't really want to use that on the bat. Next turn, we definitely want to play the artifact. It'll draw us another card too, which will be nice. And trigger this thing for the first time. Walk with the Ancestors. So you just got back a 1/1 with Death Touch that's... Okay, and you got the mana... Oh, that's a 3/3 flyer now. That... Correction, we're going to... Oh, wait, that's load... That... Oh, that has flash too? That's absurd. We're gonna play this. Cool, I didn't want to draw that anyways. We're gonna do this. Then I can tap these things for another ping. And we're going to flash in Lodestone Needle, get another 3/1, and tap this thing down for a little bit. And once again, our deck is well, our deck was doing okay until this started getting triggers, and then it just is doing great. What do you want to do, opponent? You play the 1/1 Death Toucher. I might even let you... Would I let you trade with my 5/4? Well, it's an option. We do have to tap this thing before going to battle, so I need to pay attention. Yeah, we're gonna just not. It puts 2 stun counters on it. I like the sound effect that thing makes. And suddenly there's a 7/7. Okay, that thing we can just do the kite sail thing too. And then just smash. Target up to 1 other artifact or creature I control. Wait, what? For each player, choose up to 1 other target artifact or creature that player controls. Oh. Not for me. For you. Okay. I'll get this right yet. And then we activate this and tap our artifacts. It also created treasures, so we got an artifact. Yeah, the poetic ingenuity. I'm glad I accidentally stumbled into this deck instead of thinking I needed to play it with a bunch of dinosaurs so I get the dinosaur half of the activation. No, it's the artifact half that's important. I have a lot of dust on my computer right now. Just trying to fix it in case you're hearing any weird sounds right now. Woodcutter is our next opponent. I go first? Well, we'll go ahead and keep this. I'm going to lead off with the Shipwreck Sentry. Lead off with the Siren and double... I don't need to double those things right now. We need to find our... Maybe I do. I'll play this anyways. I'll play the Siren next turn. That'll let us attack with the Sentry. We have the Tidebender as well. Alright. Third color from our opponent. Okay. Which I don't think there's... we're just gonna do this. These things can end up being aggressive as long as you have a decent amount of artifacts. What the heck does this thing do? Creature has vigilance. Whenever another artifact or creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. AKA that didn't do squat. Another artifact or creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield. So that's any artifact or creature. That includes mine. Okay. This just needs an artifact to enter. Let's go with the Pirate, because that makes an artifact enter. And it develops our board. We can just do this. Alright, so that explores. Oh, you have a blast in your hand, okay. You're getting rid of the blast. Also okay. And suddenly his little gnome is a 4/3. Okay. Could play out the needle this turn. If he attacks, I'm fine just blocking with the pirate, I guess. Card's a problem too. Oh, you're gonna do that, huh? Oh, I could even... Yeah, that's right, because that casts... Okay. Well, whatever, I'm just looking to do this and be efficient. Oh, the discard card. Okay, let's do this. No, we draw. That's fine. I guess it's fine. We're attacking. Craft with artifact. I don't want to do that right now. This crafts with an artifact. I might actually want to do that. We have a treasure I can craft with. Alright, I'm gonna counter that ability. Because I can. That has vigilance, so I may as well trade. Or attempt to trade. We're attempting to trade. Oh, acrobatically. Okay. And that thing is going to grow. Okay, that is going to be a problem. It's also going to be a problem. I could Sunshot Militia here and ping in for 1, 2, 3 damage. That's not awful. I could also just do that, get a 6/6. That doesn't feel horrible either. Let's do that. Oh, I have to exile an artifact. That's right, I don't have an artifact in the graveyard. I have to cancel that, because I can attack first. Maybe then I go with the militia. I have to discard a card to draw the 2. Okay. Okay, I guess next turn I had 1 and enough damage to kill him, did I? So 1 there, and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would have needed to play this thing. I mean, our opponent didn't know we had that, but I guess he could have assumed. Hey, we won a game without our Poetic Justice. Speaking of Poetic Justice, how great is it that I kept trying to get into the dinosaur lane, but then ended up with this deck that is actually functioning. And functions well with Poetic Ingenuity. Yeah, I can't believe I screwed that up. And then I was like, oh, I should have been blue-white. I could have been blue-white. I probably still could have been blue-white. And I think things would have been fine, but I like the way things turned out here. We're having a hard time getting an opponent. It is kind of early on when I'm recording this. Also, we're in Diamond Tier 2. And it seems like a lot of the other, like, really good well, some other drafters I've watched. Reckamer. We're in gold rank. That does not mean anything. Siren Spy. We have things to do. We'll find a, We'll find a mountain eventually. We'll either find a mountain or a non-mountain. Oh, look, our opponent found a mountain. Let's find a mountain ourselves, shall we? That's not a mountain, but I do like that one. I'm gonna keep it. I could... I don't think I want to... I'll just play this. Probably should have played that before, so if I... Well, we milled an island, drew a red card. Alright. That's not the kind of help I was looking for. That's not what I was looking for at all. Oh, one or more non-gnome creatures' attacks put... That's crazy. Opponent, I'm gonna have to prefer that you don't do that. I could make this into a treasure. That doesn't seem good. This thing's got ward 1, and it's making that thing into a treasure that loses all abilities. Yes, loses all abilities. There's that thing. That is a card that can be played. Tapping it, okay. There's an Abrade. Well, we don't have a ton we can do. Did this say I have... Okay. I did not want to see that either. So what do I want to tap down now? I want to tap this or the flyer? Honestly, I can kill that with a braid. Well, I can kill the flyer with a braid too. And I don't actually have a braid mana. Well, let's tap this thing. We'll hopefully get a braid mana soon. Or I can keep drawing red cards. This crafts with an artifact. Oh, and it still takes mana. Oh, getting stuck on 3 lands is so bad. Okay, I'm gonna have to craft this. Mainly because I number 1, I don't have anything else to do. Number 2, that animation's really... It's a little over the top, but it's kind of neat. So yeah, I can explore things. What is this gonna do to me? Creatures you control get +2/+1. Oh, that's trouble. So 5, 9... Oh, this is lethal. And now that what's-his-face is gonna come back. I do have to block here because it's lethal. That's strong. Oh, I found the mountain. It's slightly late now. Just ever so slightly. I don't think there's anything I can do about this, can I? No, because I think even a braid... Because I'm still taking just way too much damage. It took us too long to get going here. Look, our opponent's on all these lands. Okay, yep, he has the lead. Okay, you got it. You got it. I told you, the tier ranking doesn't really matter. Especially, the tier rank is even more irrelevant on day 1 of a new format. But, yeah, it doesn't mean that he's a worse player. Maybe it just means he hasn't played as much draft as we have. That's all there is to it. Though sometimes lower ranks do make other mistakes in their deck building, and that is especially like the bronze rank, like the people who can't get out of bronze or silver. But I find with draft, it is a really difficult format, but it's really fun, in my opinion. And sometimes you just got to draft more with the set. So if you're one of those people who's like, oh, I'm bad at drafts, so I only draft once or twice a set, you're probably always going to be bad at draft doing that. You have to draft, like, even for me, it takes me probably 3 to 5 drafts to start getting comfortable with a set. Hey, we have both our colors this time. We'll start off, I guess, with the Sunshot Militia. Our opponent plays a Hidden Nursery. I might discard something to discard the Dinomatanaton. Treasure Map, that is so good. That actually needs to go. Though it doesn't need to go right now. Yeah, we got to stop that from turning into a flip thing, because then you just get 3 treasures, can start sacking treasure to draw cards. That's a really strong card. That card I don't care as much about. I can just idle the Deep King this, and then I can use the glyph. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Use the glyph, go attacking, and just really put the pressure on. This isn't super mana efficient now. The Dinomatanaton would be, but this is much more power. And if this thing dies, we get to discover 3 as well. What you really want with this is there is a combo where this thing... yeah, we're going to have to kill that within the next turn. With this thing and the 1 mana, there's an indestructible uncommon equipment in red. So you could just have an indestructible 5/4 on turn 3. Seems really strong. The Seeker of Insight. That can only do that as a sorcery. We're going to... I just want to attack with that. I have trust issues with this. You have 4 mana and that's all you're doing. Okay, he gets a couple scries, that's fine, as long as the map isn't flipping. I guess that went to the bottom. Okay, there could also be an... Well, if there was an abrade, you could just abrade the artifact. Whatever. We're just going to do this. And I'm going to go ahead and pitch the mountain here. We have more lands in the deck. Case in point. And then I can also still get in for the damage anyways. No more treasure map. We have Dinomatanaton. The opponent has a 4/5 that is kind of unfortunate. But I guess we just do this anyways. You don't trade? You're mad. Oh, I could have given my thing Menace so he couldn't trade anyways. I'll figure out how to play this game yet. It's new cards, new series, new set. It's going to be missing a lot of stuff this early. I suppose I could have... Could I equip this for one? I could have equipped that. A lot of things I could be doing. Okay, there goes the 5/4. But opponents still can't attack here because we have a 4-3 with menace. We also get to discover, so this is all fine. Oh yeah, that's cool. Smith 0. That is now a treasure. And that could be game. Okay, we're going to take 2 for that. Okay, yep. Takes 2, and it becomes a treasure. Yeah, we had a 4-3 menace, 2-power flyer, and the Sunshot Militia, which is, like, secretly a really good card. I know there were some people that were kind of down on this card in the previews, but it's definitely been a strong performer. Marshy, hey, a diamond rank opponent. Oh, we have our strong card. I kind of don't want to play the torch then. I kind of do want to play the... Okay, we'll play the torch, because we do have the inverted iceberg here. So my thinking was I could play Sunshot Militia and also tap and ping. Well, I can't play this Shipwreck Sentry now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll do this. It lets our opponent get in for 1, that's fine. Next turn is Poetic Ingenuity, because why wouldn't it be? What is this? That thing looks adorable. Its Vigilance gets +3, -3, oh gosh. Ingenuity, help me. I'm gonna just... I will offer the trade on this. This thing seems good. It's a 1/4, it has Vigilance, it's an artifact for artifact matters. If you want to do the pump thing and trade... Okay. Alright, we gotta start getting our artifact train going. What would I don't really need to kill anything yet, per se. Now, this only triggers once per turn, so it would be better to do this. 3 damage to something isn't very good. I'm going to do this. And we're just going to pass the turn. We do kind of need to get rid of the Nautilus, though, because that's going to make these 3/1s really bad. Unless I put the torch on that and start attacking. Alright. And gets in a braid. Okay. Well, I can flash that in, so that's good. We'll do this. Oh, there goes my braid. That's what I needed. No. It's okay. I can kill a flyer with this. Which I would actually be okay with. And actually, while I'm thinking of it, before we forget to ping our opponent here, we're going to... I'm going to do this. And kill this. We'll lock down the Nautilus. Next turn, we can chomp something. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Get another 3/1. 3/1s can start swinging in. That's going to be locked down for a little while. Benthesaur. Oh, you have caves. You have 3 caves. What? Hidden Necropolis. You just got to... Okay. And I have this thing that doesn't do anything, because I need it... I kind of needed to keep that. I don't want to do this, because that's not a recipe for success. I guess... I have an idea. We'll craft this artifact. You want to craft from your graveyard when you can. We're going to do this. This dino's going to explore. Oh, Tidebinder, cool. Then I can do this and kill this. And we can go to town a little bit here. Oh, we get treasures. It's also good with our Sunshot Militia. Yeah, I don't care if I trade a 3/1 for that. It doesn't matter. Ping you. We'll ping you too. We have a Tidebinder coming up. Opponent has a braid. Oh. Stop having big stuff. He's saving the abrade for when we do this, clearly. I also have to ask the question, can I kill our opponent this turn? I can... Why don't we start with drawing? Since I have all blue cards in my hand, let's not tap all of our blue sources. Discard a card. I can't really animate a thing because he has a braid. So we can't animate yet. I could explore. Try to make the dino bigger. Let's do that. We could have buried the dino in response. It's another artifact. We'll trigger the thing again. Okay. I'll attack, make a treasure. Why am I not attacking with this? Because it's day 1 of the format and I'm not thinking. Okay, so there's the abrade. Does this counter activated or triggered ability? So yeah, that's not what we're countering here. But now that that has happened, I can animate... I think we should do it now. Let's animate this treasure. This can tap... I guess those two. Okay. Because we can't just let that 5/5 lifelinker just keep doing whatever it wants to. Did our opponent draft a cave deck? Okay, well, we get to discover. Oh, hey, we discovered. Yeah, we'll cast it. I think we discard the pirate. Let's just kind of chill in there anyways. Relic's Roar. Didn't want to see that either. I could turn that into a 4/3. Brass Tunnel Grinder. What does this do? Enters discard any number of cards and draw that many +1. Beginning of your end step, if you descended this turn, put a boar counter on it. If there are 3 or more boar counters, remove those. Whenever you cast a permanent you spell using this, discover X, where X is... Okay, well that's wonderful. I can't do anything about that. Okay, so we have a Tidebinder. Do I have a dinosaur in the graveyard? I do not. Okay. How do we do this? Could make a 6/6 here. Do I have artifacts? I do have... I don't have an artifact in the graveyard. Okay, so I need... Let's explore. Start there. Larcenist. Okay. That can help. I think, though, I want to try and Relic's Roar that thing. It'll be a 4. Okay. So let's Plundering Pirate. Let's tap some things that don't really matter. Okay, let's end the turn there. That enters the battlefield. Look at the top 6. And you get a land. Okay. That's fine. Oh, the Nautilus is back now, too. Okay, it's fine. 6/6 is coming in. Okay, let's do this. +3, -3, so we'll take 5. That's fine. Okay, the lifelinker's gone. I need more artifacts. I also need that thing to not be going off. I need a lot of things to not be happening. But... if there are 3... yeah, we're just gonna... none. That. Okay, we're going to explore... let's have our flyer explore, shall we? That seems good, but maybe not good enough in this situation. Let's get rid of that. So this can attack. I don't have any dinosaurs in the graveyard, do I? No. No, I do not. I need to make this into a 6/6 at some point. Preferably soon. We're gonna tap the things that don't matter. Alright. We're at 7. Things aren't going too bad. Spelunking, sure. I don't think that card is good. Oh wait, you draw a card. Well, I guess it's fine then. I missed the draw card part. And a cave comes in on... You got a lot of discover in there. I could double block and just guarantee that this thing is going to die. I'm good with that. I could counter that, but he could just do it again. I guess I had to force this trade somehow. It's fine. I think it's fine. Because now I have an artifact in the graveyard and I can turn this into a 6/6. That's why it's fine. I think. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's bad. Can I counter that? Alright, well, we're gonna do this. Craft with this artifact. And let's explore on, I guess. I got a mountain. Nifty. Alright, we'll pass the turn there. I don't have any dinosaurs anywhere. Here comes a cataract. Oh, okay, I exile an island from my hand. Cool. Tithing Blade, not Thriving. My 3/2 is still relevant here, but so is the Sunshot Militia. I can get rid of the 3/2, actually. Because now that other cave is going to flip. And that's really the issue. I like this. Do I have another artifact in here? I don't, sadly. I can always just craft it with the treasure. I'm gonna kill this. And I think I am going to craft it with the treasure. I suppose I should explore too. Oh, I like that card. Craft. And craft with this treasure. Attaches here. And we're going to swing for 9. I'm going to tap it. Alright, we're gonna spin the Discover wheel. And you get a 1/1. Okay. And you're gonna... None of what you do matters. My Sunshot Militia just kills you. Yeah, you do that. Okay. Sunshot Militia, do your thing. Do your thing and win me the game the easy way. I mean, I could have given the thing... I mean, I had it 1 even without that, because I could give this Menace. I'd get another 3/1. I would attack with these. Tap one of these things down so there's less blockers. Yeah. Alright, well that was an interesting game that had many little minor mistakes. There's a lot of little minor things in this set. I'm noticing. with the gameplay, and I think that leads to more enjoyable gameplay from my perspective. I like it. Yeah, there's just so many choices we have during our turns with things to tap, what to tap when, what to craft, when to craft. And now we're up against ore. I go first. I'm going to keep this. Do I think I do play the torch. We have a lot of things going on here. I'll play the scout next. I could play the sentry, because I can play the iceberg and then attack. I like that idea. Just be a little bit aggressive in the early game. That sets up our Sunshot Militia for pinging. That thing's just gonna die. Because I don't have time to be... Yeah, there's our Sunshot Militia. Should I just equip the torch and swing? I think so. I don't want you getting treasures. I don't want you accelerating out any big dinosaurs. Just go away. Plundering pirates. Alright, let's explore with this. Spyglass Siren, that's a good one. I don't have a way to... Oh, these two things aren't blocking. Am I gonna block the pirate? Yeah, I might block the pirate. Because I don't have any artifacts right now coming up, so I can just trade my sentry with the pirate. What is this thing? Why is this a 0-6? What in the world? A 0-6 with hexproof? Excuse me. Each creature control with toughness greater than its power assigns combat damage with its toughness rather than its power. That thing is sick. No. You can't do that. Alright. Let's make a map token. I can ping him with the map token, or let's explore, because we need an answer to that. That'll do. Well, suddenly I can't block a ton. And this thing, I'm still fine with trading this. Why does... As long as it's your turn, creatures you control have hexproof. Can you just make a card more insane, please? Alright. Yeah, I have nothing else to do with this guy coming up, so I'm fine blocking. I'm not fine taking 6, but you know what happens. Okay, there's the chomp. That happens. What also happens is that thing can just become a treasure. I can't Relics Roar. I don't need to attack with this. Who am I kidding? We're just gonna be safe here. Get in for another ping. To damage target creature. I don't want to damage my own creature, so... Relics Roar. I could turn something into a 4/3. If he kills my flyer, he gets his thing untreasured. If that's a word. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Isn't that fascinating? Could just turn this into a 4/3 and go attacking. I do have half... Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to turn this into a 4/3 and then kill it. Boom. Actually, another thing I can do, since this is a treasure right now, oh, we can just win the game next turn, but besides that, if my opponent does try to kill this, I can abrade the treasure so that this is still dead. It looks like I might have to actually do that. You're not getting your 6/6 back. Okay. Runaway boulder. Alright. You have a boulder. I'm gonna make you pay the ward. And you're not getting that back. And then we win on our turn because we have, you know, enough power and damage, and opponents at 2, and we have the Sunshot. I'm having lots of fun in this. Draft is my favorite format. We have 6 wins, so that's also cool. So let's get into the next game. We haven't been getting our Poetic Ingenuity the past couple games either, but our deck has been functioning. Just functions very well. Especially for something that I was just kind of stumbled into accidentally. Because I saw that rare and I'm like, oh, let's be dinosaurs. And then we're blue-red. I still think the draft could have gone a little bit better, but can't be too upset at the outcome of this. Dab Yeet. Dab Yeet? Dab Yeet, that's how you pronounce your name. At least that's how I'm going to pronounce it. Yeah, this is reasonable. Shipwreck Sentry. I don't really have a thing to attack with it right now. And maybe I still play it. Alright. Yep, we're gonna do this. Because I'm gonna end up killing that flyer. We're gonna have to. Or that becomes tapped, you scry too. Okay. Alright, I've had enough of your stuff now. In order for that to attack, but then again, I can't realistically... I'm just gonna hold. I know this opens us up to some combat tricks and such. That needs to die. I'll fix it. I don't know how yet, but, well, I know it involves this thing. Yeah, that's going to explore, and then there's that thing again. I've seen a lot of people playing that. Okay, so I can tap him down, which is exactly what we're going to do here. And we're going to do this. Tap our artifacts, ping him. Alright. So this 3/3 is going to come out. He's probably going to try and grow it a bit. Because there's not any real attacks. And that's fine, because then I can just abrade it. And when that becomes tapped, you surveil. Only downside to all this is I don't have much else going on here. Although I kind of do want to craft one of these right now. And I think it's going to be this one. Well, first what we're going to do is this. And the reason I craft with this one is because then I can attack with this right away. I have to exile this. We're getting very aggressive here, but I have nothing else going on in my hand. And if I lose this game, that's okay, it happens. That puts our opponent down to 9. But yeah, the 5/5 is going to be untapping. There's more stuff coming still. He gets scries. I don't know where we go from here. We need our draw spell. It's not quite the draw spell, but it is really good. We tap our equipments. We equip our equipments. No, don't abrade. Don't. No. Well, now we're gonna lose. Because we really needed that to be doing its thing. Alright, well I have a 4/3. It doesn't want to block half the things my opponent is doing. We're going to take 8 here. And then whatever else happens is going to happen. This Vanguard of the Rose is about to happen. A scry happens. No blocks. I don't think we beat this deck. No, we just drew few too many lands. We drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6 non-lands. We're just dead next turn. That would tap. We can get in for 3, 4. But it's just not going to be enough. Yeah, I drew too many lands, and our opponent had that abrade at the right time. That's okay. I'm not gonna waste any more time with this. We have more fun things to do. Let's not have our cool rare enchantment disappear halfway through. Let's get the Poetic Ingenuity going again. And this will be our final game, at least in this video, this event. Let's see who we're up against. Alright, we found an opponent. It's Flare 9999. That's a Final Fantasy reference, if I've ever seen one. Oh, hey, we have Rumbling Rockslide in this deck. It's a little slow because we don't really have anything to do early. But I can play the Larcenist turn 3. Or our opponent plays like nothing. Fine, I'm not going to play the Larcenist when there's nothing to play it on. We're gonna kill that. That's what we're gonna do. Got a Scry 2 thing, that's fine. Oh, Oh, hey, there's the one of our star cards. We're just going to play the Dino Metanoton. It gives itself Menace, even though it already has Menace, so it has double Menace. Our opponent seems to be missing their second color. The Scry, I'm assuming that's going to get to a second color, and you're going to Petrify. I can still craft with it. I could turn it into a treasure, too. I can still do this with it. I can do everything I want. I just realized I don't have the mana to do everything I want. Alright. I can still do that. I thought doing that I could still have the Tidebinder up. Now I'm the one that's lacking lands, as our opponent gets another one. I guess I'm just gonna Lodestone Needle this. We don't have our... We have a Braid now. I guess we just keep the Tidebinder and a Braid up. I suppose it doesn't really matter. We'll tap the stuff. Oh, this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna counter this. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Counter it. Wait, it has Ward too. But I'm countering the ability that's on the stack, right? This still works. Okay, yes. It's countering the ability that's on the stack. Ha! Otherwise, that would have been a Oblivion Ring sort of effect. Now we're crafting to get a 1/4 that is going to immediately not do anything. How do I want to make it immediately not do anything? I can kill it, I can... Let's do it with the way that develops creature. My stuff does not need to be treasures. I could make this a treasure, but... And I think there is some merit in doing that. But we don't need to do that. We have quite the board going now. I mean, I can still tap them for the Sunshot Militia. So there's that. Vigilance. Whenever that thing enters the battlefield or attacks, creates a map token. Well, that's gonna die. That's really good. Oh, Shipwreck Sentry. That's cool, too. This thing... I don't get to. Okay. Opponent's down to 6. Technically down even lower than that, because we have all the... What is this 1,000 Faces doing? Untap 1,000 Moons during each other player's untap step. Well, I don't care about that. I do care about that. I could almost craft... Well, we don't have enough. Either way, this is going to die. This attacks. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3 more. This Sunshot Militia is so good. It's insane how good this card is. Yeah, you need to answer this and answer the Flyer, because both things are lethal right now. And I'm at 20, so you can't kill me. Well, if you can deal 20 right now, I'd be super impressed. In the Presence of Ageism, now you're spending your mana to draw cards, or get cards. Looking for something, those are not answers. And that's game. Wow, this is a great start. Okay. Not to get too cocky, but I guess we don't need 3 to 5 drafts to get comfortable with this set. We just need one, and we're already getting 7 wins. Let's take one final look at the deck, because half this deck was an accident. We ran 16 lands and ran it just fine. Poetic Ingenuity was great every time it showed up. It was just absurd. Idol of the Deep King, all of our removals good. Zoetic Glyph was pretty good too. Our rares were... they were serviceable. They were nice. I'd play them again. Inverted Ice Crag was good. Lodestone Needle was surprisingly really good. Being able to... it has Flash, so we could also trigger our Poetic Ingenuity on our opponent's turn. Yeah, that was a bit silly. Explore cards. The Sentries were okay too. I didn't mind them. I think there's enough artifacts where you can make this thing work well enough. And then it's a pretty decent defender. Sunshot Militia is yeah, another one of the all-star cards. The Torch, the Chomp. Chomp is playable. Remember, folks, Chomp is playable even if you're not running a dinosaur deck. I'm glad we didn't try to meld green into this, because clearly we didn't need to, though it would have been fun, but just not necessary this time. I'm sure we'll play dinosaurs at some point, but we'll claim our prize. Great start to this draft series, and for now, I'll take my leave.